We are back at it this morning. We've set up this cardboard so we don't get so muddy. Yesterday I got home and it looked like I'd been mud wrestling. It went through my True Work pants into my like underlayer of,
really?
Yeah. I mean, that was just mud, just squeezed everywhere. So try to stay a little cleaner today, knock out a bunch more of this Evolve stone. One thing we noticed yesterday is some of these prefab corners were not necessarily on bond, meaning like where they ended wasn't the correct stagger for the rest of the pieces to align easily. So on this one, we went ahead and cut all of the next pieces so that everything is on bond again here, meaning we don't have to cut anything else lengthwise as we go down this whole stretch. And I think that's gonna help us too. Hey Jason, I was saving this under here for you.
What?
Under the deck.
No, that's you, bro. You're the rock mason. I'm on a siding crew, bro.
It's cold this morning, and this is definitely not gunning out as easy for Ray either. Yeah. Unfortunately for him. Yeah. But it's sticking fantastic because it's like super thick and it's tacky. We're moving on to the next wall here with our stone, and there was this clean out pipe sticking out, like a metal one. So I had Ray cut it off because they're not reusing the old plumbing. And he swears there was he swears there was a turd in it and that he cut right through it. So looks
like a petrified turd to me.
You might be right there, buddy. I'm not gonna get any closer.
Wait,
sorry about that. I'm sorry you get all the jobs, right?
Literally.
I think we might have to cut a little flusher though.
I can't get any flusher with that disc.
Maybe just bop it with a sledge, just knock it in a little bit. Okay. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. Is that helping out?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Jono, you got a lot of stuff going on here, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, will somebody get me a
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it looks like a jigsaw puzzle or something in here. It's good. Man, nice job.
Thank you.
Here, you never seen this angle before right here.
I've just been informed that Jaime filmed himself painting the soffits from every angle possible.
Dude, I am getting cinematic.
I'm going to put it in the video.
It's going to
so
be great.
Here we go. Hit it.
Just throw it all in there. Oh, man, it's good stuff.
Jaime, did you see your package over here?
My package?
Somebody got you a Jeep shirt.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
It better not have a duck on it.
What?
A duck?
I don't know. It looks like a Jeep grill to me with a map. All right, it's for you. It came to my house.
So this is really cool. This guy, Tom Bradley, designed this t-shirt back when he owned a Jeep YJ. And you can see it's got the square headlights. That's the giveaway sign. But something cool here, he's got saw blades for the eyes, apparently. And a map of, I think, an area in Colorado.
No, this is here. It says Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh, it says Blue Ridge
Water
Parkway.
Rock Knob. That's right where I live.
Look at that.
That's cool.
Awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much. He made this for me and sent it to me, and I'm going to wear it around when I drive my Jeep around with the top down. And he sent me two, actually. So.
Oh, do I get one, or are you
No, one of my boys. I'll let them wear it. It's awesome. Thank you.
Just got one little section to go here. It's in a little crook, and I just ate 5 or 6 enchiladas at the Mexican restaurant. So that was.
I don't even know how you're walking right now.
I don't either. I really feel like kind of lightheaded, like all the blood went to my stomach.
There's a lot of enchiladas.
Yeah, it's good in pretty poorly. We ended up running just a few short on these prefab corners. So what I'm going to do now is make some prefab corners, and I've just got my little turkey saw set on a 45 there, and I'm just doing it while I'm sitting in place. I'm not even really going to a chop saw or anything like that. So I'm going to chop this one. And basically now I can miter those together and just sort of chip at them a little till they line up a little better. Spray some of that Thompson water seal on any of the little cut edges. And I think it's gonna look pretty darn good pretty quickly.
Hey, Jono's got that knee pad thing. If you want to kneel on that thing. It's got that big padded thing he uses to kneel on.
Yeah. As we're doing like the
This is literally the last
2 or 3 feet.
I think I'll survive.
Oh, man.
Thanks a lot, Jono. Appreciate it. You got knee pads? You've been watching us kneel on the ground for 6 hours?
Jason mentioned it. Sorry about that. I mean, it'll help you now, I think.
Yeah, I've been using this cardboard. It's giving me like a
there's
millimeter cushion.
A lot of padding on that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of these surfaces of the soffit and the fascia are covered in layers and layers of old paint. Most of it is secure though, actually, and I'm painting right over it. But some of it was flaking off, and our homeowner, Ben, decided to go ahead and scrape it down for us, anything loose, so that we didn't have to deal with it. And actually, that was awesome. So now I'm just trying to glob as much of this white primer on here as possible and try to fill some of the holes and cracks. And then I'm gonna come around again with a layer of white paint. It's gonna look just like this. You won't even be able to tell the difference, except it won't be kind of see-through like it is now. Some of that dark gray color isn't really even covering all the way on this heavy coat of primer. But the reason I'm doing all this right now is because I want to get all these soffits and fascias finished painted before I do the drip edge and before the roofing goes on.
You don't have to cut around it or worry about painting the roof.
I don't want to paint up to the edge of the drip edge.
I don't blame you.
Although, I don't know if our roofing nails are going to pop all the bottom of these soffits.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't paint it. Maybe I should just do the fascias.
Well, you know what? If they use 1.25 inch roofing nails.
It is. That's what I bought. It might be
should
okay.
be exactly the thickness of the shingles plus the zip plus the boards.
Just enough to pop just the tip of it and just a giant splinter go off of here in 1,000 places. I don't know. Well, we'll see.
The guys have reached almost the point here where we're going to transition with a band board and then go up with cedar shakes from there. So this piece we're going to put up full width, which is more than a full exposure. What is it, 6.5 exposure, what you're running?
Yeah, 6.5.
And that's like an 8-inch board. After this is put up, we'll put the band up and rabbet out the bottom edge of the band to where it laps down over that piece of siding, just like a piece of siding. It makes it a lot more waterproof than just butting the two. Arlo got us a number here, 137.15. You want to rabbet this board with me?
Yeah.
Nice. You got a new lathe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's already set. 1 5/8 inches. That'll work. That looks plenty deep.
Oh, dude.
Oh, did we go deep enough?
Yeah, it's just one place.
Yep. Yep. See if you can just. Yep. There we go. Today's video is brought to you by Beam and their Dream Nighttime Blend for better sleep, and it's clinically proven to help you get a better night's sleep. I've been using it, and Ray has too. What can you tell me, Ray?
I usually have trouble falling asleep because my mind just starts going, but after using Beam Dream a few times, I've noticed that I've been able to fall asleep much quicker and also staying asleep. Another helpful thing about it is that because I am diabetic, this is low carb, so it's pretty helpful in that area too.
Nice. So Ray and I would both recommend checking out Beam if you're a person who has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep once you're asleep, because we all know all of the negative things that can happen if you're not sleeping well. It's not a good thing. The cool thing is that Beam helps with all of the different stages of sleep, and it's right here on the package. There's stage 1, the onset of sleep, has ingredients to help you drift off to sleep. Stage 2 is your transition and memory, where you consolidate memories. It has ingredients that help with that. Stage 3 is your deep sleep and physical repair, which is really important for us because we're always having to do a physical job. They have cuts and stuff that are trying to heal. Has ingredients that help with that. And stage 4, your REM sleep and emotional processing, also has ingredients that help with that. So this is a really comprehensive product to help with all those stages of sleep. It's easy to use. You just mix the powder with some water. I like hot water, and drink it like tea before bed, and it can really help you out. I love that Dream has high quality sleep ingredients that leave me with zero grogginess the next day. And in a clinical study, 93% of participants reported Dream helped them get a better night's sleep and wake up feeling more refreshed. Click the link below or scan the QR code and use the code Perkins to get up to 35% off. Thank you, Beam, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. Trying to mark my 612 angle here to do a little ear cut off of that for that corner there. Unfortunately, as I'm doing that, I got my pivot point here, and there's no line coming off this board to cross to read the scale. So in that case, what I usually do is just take something like that to extend the line, press it tight, and then I can spin this and see what I'm doing. 612. Sometimes you can do that on the top edge here and get it, and that would be a 2412 to get the same angle if you're referencing the top edge. But again, here there's no line extending out, so I can't do it. Ooh, spin it out just a little. Okay, now we got to figure out that side. Yeah, it is going to clear on this side right there. We're opting for just a big bead, a big stretch on the back of this, so that when we put it up and put it tight to the face of the siding, it'll just stick and squeeze out and be sealed to the siding. And I think that'll be really good. I may go the whole tube, Ray. Maybe. In the past, we have done these where we just did a butt joint, you know, from the siding to the band, and it definitely is better to lap it or flash it somehow like this. Looks good. I thought maybe we'd over rip that on the cut a little bit, but it's pretty much contacting the face of the siding, and there's a whole tube of big stretch in there.
You only put one tube?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I guess one's
I think it's great.
Okay.
When you put your shingles on, more this way, past the green board, just run it over.
I stepped on the cardboard and his little castle fell down. Jamie, I think we should let just this many dry or whatever, and then go hold them over there, because I don't know if it's the same stain as the other house, but it looks darker to me.
I mean, it does look darker. He told me the color, which is dark walnut
Okay.
and wax, and that's what I bought.
Well, I'm thinking once it fully soaks in,
when
it might
dries
lighten
out,
up.
it's
You
probably
think so?
gonna- It's probably going to get a little bit less when it
Well,
dries
I'm
out.
thinking, just don't step on the cardboard, Ray. You're gonna, you know the definition of insanity, Ray?
Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is that somebody knocked it over earlier. I came over here, put it up, then I added that last piece you
Well,
filmed,
here-
and then
Why
you
don't you
stepped
do
on
this?
it.
Why don't you just lean it?
Doesn't matter, though.
If
Ray,
it's the same,
Ray.
it doesn't matter to me.
No, I mean, does it matter if they stand up? I mean, just throw them down.
What about
I don't
lean
know.
them
Well,
against
I
the
don't
gutter?
want to.
Lean them against the gutter.
I mean,
Oh,
the
there's
only
a-
reason I'm
look at that
doing this
gutter.
because I thought I'd get more space on the cardboard.
Oh, I don't think it matters. You can stack
Just
them.
put them, stack them, or lean them against the gutter. Just one end up.
Is that
there,
how
it's
many
there.
you've
Hey, I
done?
think
Or you've been
Arlo
doing
wants you to lean him
something
against the gutter.
I've been doing
Or
something
do
else.
this.
No, I was helping him with
I might have
that.
to help you with
No.
your process because I'm a little scared.
No, he helped me do that.
Okay.
He just literally started back.
Okay, I was gonna say we gotta. speed
Everybody
this
on the
up.
job side surfs Ray. Literally, everybody's like, Ray, come help me do this. Come. You know, the whole day he tries to get something done, like one thing,
Yeah.
and he ends up just doing
And then he
1,000
gets-
different half things.
And now he's building teepees.
And now he's got something done, and somebody keeps kicking it over.
I'm sorry, man. Jamie has this temporarily braced up with one board.
I think it'll hold.
Okay. The plan is later, once we get this out of the way, to come back with some braces on each side to hold the roof up. But
You don't think they're gonna like that one?
it's right in the middle of the front door currently. I do like the, steeper angle I think looks cool versus a 45 degree.
I think we could come down close to the handrail. Maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, it's got to stay above the handrail.
Maybe where the zip flashing tape is. Maybe close to there. Kind of like a 30-60.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
For our braces here, we decided just to hold the thing up and just look at it and see what we thought looked good as far as the angle and the length and all that, and then just mark it. So we're not going to know what the angle is necessarily, but I think we'll know that the size of it and angle looks nice to what we want for these braces, and then we'll just cut it. We've got this one up, and it's probably like a 60-degree angle coming down, sort of a northwest kind of look, not your traditional Craftsman 45 degree.
Yeah.
And I like it. Now, the other guys were around here, and we heard every opinion there is on earth about shorter, further out, whatever.
Different angle.
Different angle, coming out further on this thing. And I think what we should do is just cut the other one, stick it up there. And these are plenty long. If Ben doesn't like it,
That's what matters.
we'll take them both down, cut them, and change them, or Ben's wife.
Ben's wife.
So, and this thing I think is throwing us off, this tent brace being at another angle up there. I've got this one traced out with our offcut. Jamie, look at this thing. This is the perfect pattern.
Yeah, how about that?
When we rip that down.
We'll save that for the next house.
Wow, what a guess.
30-60.
30-60.
Man, when you know it,
I mean, no, it is exactly, it's exactly 30 right there. Well,
wow.
it's like 30, it's like 29 and a half.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, that's close
That
enough.
was total eyeball.
I was thinking 30-60 because, you know, the squares, you can buy the little clear ones for drawing.
Yeah.
That
That's
look,
the number.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's Yeah, that's it. I'd wear you out quick just holding something over your head for a second. Jamie did plumb down and give us these lines.
Keep her between the lines.
Can you hold that up there?
Yeah.
Oh, and we are going to put big lags in this, by the way, at a later date.
Triple hammer.
Yeah, this is just to hold it there temporarily, not the permanent, like, fastener.
Morning, glorious.
Did you get any word on these braces from the homeowner?
Yep, just called him. He said he loves it.
Really?
Wouldn't change it even in the slightest amount if he could.
Perfect. So we can put the door in.
We can put the door in, yep. And you missed this yesterday. I got a short time lapse though. I cut this side off about 3/8 of an inch to shove the door to the right a little bit. And plus that was bowed so that we get the best chance of being centered between these two poles.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we could rip the trim just to cross the inside edge, but don't notch it.
Okay.
On both sides.
Okay. Jono and Arlo have a nice piece of metal pan flashing going in the door threshold so that any water that was to get in here can't really get to the woodwork, which there was none of in this original house. No pan flashings, no flashing of any kind that we found, which makes me wonder how necessary is it, but I don't think putting it back like that's a good idea. We've got a couple more sides to the side here, and also a lot of little details that are gonna make the rest of the siding, like the shakes, work and not have exposed edges or something. One spot is here. Jamie's made this little corner board that's, you know, capping the end of the sheathing plus this wood layer. And then he's gonna do something else here. What you got?
Oh, well, I don't know what to call this. A band board or maybe a piece of trim, but I want it to hang down 1/2 of an inch. So I used a couple scrap pieces of zip board that are about 1/2 of an inch. I tacked them up with a finish nail just so I could do this by myself, really, or else I could have skipped that step. But then I can have a good visual of how far to hang it down. Unfortunately, this board is like teeter-tottering right in the middle, making it next to impossible to do.
Well,
anyway,
since I'm here with you,
by myself, but yeah,
will.
there, I'm just lining it up flush. Yeah, with the bottom of that one, and then I can just come over here, line it up on this side, and pretty much be guaranteed that's the hang down that I want. Really, to get the length of this piece, I just tacked the corner board up there temporarily, and I do this all the time with finish nails so that I can get measurements easily. Now I can just pull this off. Oh, before I pull,
I was like, wait a minute, don't you want to mark that?
Yeah, the whole point is that now it's in its place. I can make a mark there, and then all I gotta do is pull this off of here with one tiny little nail, and I can take it down to the sawhorse and cut it and put it back right where it was. I really like having these LP Smart Side outside corners like made up in one piece. And even though look, this tiny little piece is still glued together. And so I was going to draw for you here. It's really hard to see, but the actual joinery where these are made in an interlocking mitered corner here.
Look at that.
There's the shape of it. It's kind of hard to see, I know, but so that gives a lot of surface area and it gives alignment when they glue it together. And so it's really stuck on there good. I actually have a router bit where I can do this kind of joinery.
Really?
But this is done on such an industrial scale that I would never attempt to do it myself, you know, for like a whole house or anything. But
I wouldn't put it past you.
I mean, I would try it. I totally would. But this is a really cool thing. I mean, this is kind of a game changer for us for outside corners and speed and making it look like aligned and everything really nice. Finally about to finish up this little porch roof framing by adding some nailers for the ceiling surface. And we can't put that in right now because there's gonna be some wiring for a light.
Man, I love working at these tight spots.
Well, I thought I was done and I was looking at this thing and I just realized since it's a flat ceiling in there, I've got to cover in these gaps between the rafters with something. You can see right in there. See the nails and everything?
I don't know if he would notice.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna cut a piece of siding, you know, rip it and just fit it perfect and just shoot it on the bottom edge. I'll try 4, 17.5, 4.
Oh, okay. There it is.
I had to buy a couple caulk guns yesterday at Lowe's, and I bought the yellow gun. We've bought these before. Ergotech Series ETS 2000, okay?
Uh-huh.
Right? No affiliation. I love these guns, but they only last about one job, and then the mechanism that whatever pushes it just sort of wears out. But for the one job, they're really dripless. It's the only really good dripless gun I found. So
it's got good push, right?
It's got good push, and it's dripless. Like you let go of the trigger, and it doesn't keep oozing out.
It literally doesn't drip.
Otherwise, you know, the regular guns, you have to like let go and then release the pressure.
Yeah, you can't even. There's not even a thing. It's all
So,
built in.
I think they're like $15. I would recommend them if you're okay with buying another one, like on the next job. We thought about putting something thin under here to cover this beam, but all the rest of it's just framing and cracks between everything. So I just thought, you know what? We could make it look fancier than everything else, and we didn't. So we'll just put a little caulk in there, tool it, and that'll look like $100. The guys put this piece of Trex below the door threshold to support the threshold and some other reasons that I'm not going to give away because Jamie's dying to tell the homeowner why we did it. And he's already said he doesn't care. He's glad.
I know. I was like, he noted it, and I said, yeah, you want to know why? He's like, nope.
He's going to tell you anyway.
Guess what? It's my free gift to you, this information. Mm-hmm. All right, 2 purposes, okay?
Is it free?
One is it's mostly, yes. Actually, you're paying me right now to tell you.
Uh-huh.
It's against the concrete.
Okay.
So it's a non-wood product, right? That won't have any kind of rot or water issues. It's actually not touching though.
Right.
All right, so that's one thing. The other thing is it supports the threshold where it sticks out a little bit. So when you step on the very edge of it, it doesn't bend down at all. It's fully supported.
That's why we didn't run the siding under there because it's only 3/8 of an inch thick and that's an inch.
That's right. I was going to say that, but
got
he
you.
took care of it.
All right. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, that, and it's durable, and just kick your boots off right there and go on in the house.
This porch roof and the braces are looking pretty sweet with the stain especially. But one thing that we have not done a thing with that we probably won't is that. The steps and the landing, they are structurally solid and it would be a lot of work and money to replace them when really they just need a facelift. So he was mentioning you might do what with them?
We've at some of our stores we do concrete. We do an acid etch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a stain, but gets embedded in the concrete.
Okay.
The way that works, I don't know the technical details about it, but that's what we do. It'll turn it sort of a brown like that. Trex is what it should do. Is the way it's worked. What we've done. So that's what it's going to be. You may hate it, you know, but that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah. And that'll definitely be a lot less money than ripping that whole thing out and just doing something different. And even these handrails pass code, Ben. There's no guard needed because that's less than 30 inches off the ground. Right. This is actually the right grip size per code. So we're gonna let you repaint those, and we're just gonna.
It's got a good hand feel.
Yeah, we're just gonna attach them back to the siding once we side under them.